There are schools of prophets all over. And we have one in this house to help take people to places that they may not necessarily have gone to. And so we're honored and privileged, and you are honored and privileged to have two of the greatest prophets in America to confirm and to affirm that which God has begun to develop in your life. Like all of us, we didn't know where we were going, and we certainly didn't know where we'd end up. But that's a part of the faith of the walk that God has for us. And we recognize and realize that as you walk by faith and trust God to go into places you don't understand, He will take you places. And as the woman of God said today, it will be your handkerchief that will heal and raise the dead. It'll be the words you speak that will have spirit and life. It'll be what God is saying to you and through you that will add to someone or take away from someone. So you're in the beginning stages, and as a child you don't understand, so you have to trust. And as you trust those that God put in front of you, you will walk into a day that you may not necessarily see today. I'll never forget, in my beginning stages, I was looking for somebody to tell me who I was. And I was moping and groping. And I went to Alabama, and Emmanuel Candace Tracy said to me, "Son, this is what God is doing in your life." And when he said that, I, for the first time, had some sense of direction and some sense of purpose. And I kind of knew where I was headed and where I was going. But I still had to get connected. I had to get connected to people who could help take me even further than my understanding. And so today, you're in the beginning stages of where God wants you to go. It's not the end, it's the beginning, and the end is better than the beginning. And so the message I heard, man, was that powerful. And finding your Melchizedek to give the tenth to is what I've been saying, but they hadn't been receiving it. The reason why most preachers are not successful, they hadn't found their Melchizedek. Yeah. Many of them created themselves and have never found their Melchizedek. That's why they can't grow. Why preachers are not successful today? They don't have a Melchizedek to tithe into. Because whatever you plant into is what you become. And so they murmur and they struggle, and they never obtain the fullness of God because they withhold the tithe from Melchizedek.